The Team Lally Show was previously recorded.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Team Advance. We're doing a Team Advance, and this would be something that we highly recommend for all good groups, organizations, have a Team Advance. What the heck is a Team Advance, Adrienne?
Well, it's a time that we come together usually in the beginning of the fourth quarter of every year, and we plan for the next year. And we do vision boards, we do training, we do team building, but just to be better versions of ourselves going into that next year. Well,
it's like the analogy for here in Hawaii that's appropriate is that we get everybody in the canoe rowing in the same direction. I as a proud graduate of the Kamehameha schools, Bishop Estates, Kapalama campus over there up on the hill above Kalihi and the airport, was that it's important to be in a canoe, the actual technical aspects of it, the science, I don't know, what do you call it, the water dynamics of it is that you can have one person paddling the canoe, and then you have so much energy, and then you have everybody paddling the canoe. But if everybody is not in sync, like hitting the water, the tip of the blade of the canoe. It'd be
like going in circles.
Well, right? Not necessarily. Well, the steersman will determine that, and they can pretty much have you going straight. But what I'm talking about is momentum.
Not very fast.
We could tell. So it's the second seat, the second seat that's creating the pace. But when everybody is hitting the water and then doing the changeovers to the opposite side so you don't get tired, you will literally, if you had a camera zoomed into the bow of the canoe, you would see the canoe lift up out of the water. And when it's lifting up out of the water, there's less friction, and then the boat moves faster. So you can actually have less energy than the other canoe. Maybe they can be pulling those strokes faster, but if they're not in sync, they might as well be rowing the canoe individually. And in any organization, you got to find out where is that sweet spot where you guys all circle back one time out of the year to come together. And the time to get that boat out of the water and up, planing across the water and moving at a more rapid pace is not January 1st, because the race starts January 1st. And it's kind of like, even in canoe races, there were always two teams. I wasn't in a team sharp enough to do this, but they would do teams that had a running start. So they would back up from the start line, and they would get going, and then hopefully that bow of the canoe would not touch that start line until the starter board went, nyeh. If it did, then you were disqualified before you even started. But think about it. If you're hitting that start line with momentum versus the rest of the canoes that are having to start from a dead stop, is there a high probability that you're going to gain an edge, keep an edge, and then win the race?
Absolutely.
The risk is you cannot cross that line prematurely. There is no risk in goals and visions and stuff nobody's like, oh, wow, you started on that way too early. Don't think it's going to work out. No, it's the opposite. We're all waiting to last minute, dragging your feet, procrastinating. And so if you want to know more about what a team advance is, just go to info@teamlally.com. Give us a call, 799-9596.
Or, you know what? Come to our career night.
Come to our career night. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And why that's important for teams to be in sync. And they create more energy and forward momentum than teams that are out of sync and or individuals.
So our next career night is September 8th.
Yeah.
From 6 until 7 at our office. We're going to be doing on-the-spot interviews. We have space for five on-the-spot interviews right after the presentation.
And you know what we're looking for?
Superstars.
Superstar. No, not superstars. That's different. We're looking for superstars.
Yep. So if you want to RSVP, go to hawaiicareernight.com. And all the info is there. We hold these about every other month, but we are actually taking a little break for the holidays. So our next career night will not be until January. So this is the last chance of the year to come check us out. And then we have our last group of agents coming on board at the end of September.
I need your help. Can you do something for me?
Yes.
Every time I call you and you answer the phone and you see it's me coming on the inbound call, can you answer the phone like this? Hello, superstar. Hello, superstar.
Sure.
And I'll go, hello, superstar.
All right.
What's up? And then, so let's have that programming. Anyway, it's just the point being is that's the energy we're looking for in the people. And we will support it and flame it and get it bright and burn hot and then make 2026 like awesome.
So speaking of superstars, we have a review.
And what's
Zoila.
important? What is important about reviews?
Well, these are from people who've had experiences with our team and our many different team members.
Yeah, they're like mini interviews.
So this one is for Dolly. Okay, Dolly is incredible. Her way of explaining everything and her kindness make the experience of buying a house very relaxing and exciting at the same time. Ooh, a determined, hardworking, and passionate young woman.
Would you say that's relaxing?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
She gives you the confidence of being in good hands and will help you make the best decision in one of the most important moments of your life, such as buying the house that you will later make your home. Thank you, Dolly and Team Lally. Good job, Dolly.
And if you want a relaxing experience, give us a call. A lot of people think like, if I call these scary salespeople, they're going to just like hard close me, put me in a hammerlock, waterboard me, put me under bright lights, list your home with us right now. Do we do that?
No.
No, we're consultants. What does that mean?
That we're taking a look at the entire picture, the big picture, and determining together the best strategy and really what's in the best interest of our clients.
And right there you hit the nail on the head. The best strategy is just what is the first thing that we do with the client, either in the initial phone call, in the initial interaction, or the beginning of the consultation is what are your goals or needs? What is a priority for you?
Yeah, what's most important that we cover?
We're going to share with you agents out there and business owners. This is a bookend question. These are bookend questions. What's a bookend question?
So it's the question that we start with and then the question that we end with. So, every consultation.
And I will tell you, no matter what you are, therapist, whatever product or service, attorney, CPA, and you having an initial consultation with your client, this is the question. And let's see if you got it. Do you have it verbatim?
The first one is,
go ahead.
What are you?
Wait, hold on. There's going to be two words you got to tap into because it's hitting emotional centers in the brain, and it's the word comfortable and the word helpful. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we do have someone who's comfortable and helpful that is calling in, so we'll have to leave our listeners hanging.
We're going to leave you guys hanging.
Yes, until after our...
No.
No, you want to give it to him?
Hey, Amphay.
Amphay needs to hear this
Amphay,
too. Okay.
We call these bookend questions, and this is the questions you start a consultation with and end it with, and it would work for you too.
Yes.
And so I want to get your thoughts on this question. Amphay, you're in there, you're wanting to sell your house.
Or you're wanting to do an estate plan.
Yeah, no.
Either
way.
He can use this in his business.
In the beginning of the consultation, we get to know each other, blah, blah, blah.
Building rapport, yes.
And then before you go into the presentation, Amphay, how would you feel if I said this? Amphay, before we get started with our formal part of our presentation and go through all the things that you're going to need for the estate planning process, what are you hoping to achieve? What are you hoping to achieve in our time together? What's most important to you? Would that be a great way to start a consultation? What are you hoping to achieve in our time together today?
Yeah.
Because I'll tee up. I'll give you the back end of that, Amphay. The reason we ask that question is there's what we talk about, But you know what's more important? What they want to talk about. Now, we don't skip or avoid anything. We just
go deeper on what's more important to them.
You know, my last attorney that I worked with, estate planning, or my guide, it was hard getting a hold of him. Okay, so communication is important to you. What else? I didn't really understand what the heck I was doing in the process. Okay, so making sure that you clearly understand what this process looks like before we move forward. Great. Is there anything else? And they don't say anything else. Then you say, okay, those two things, I'm making a note of it. When I get to that part of my presentation, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on those topics. How does that sound? And they're like, Amphy, that sounds terrific. Let's go.
You know, that's in total alignment in terms of why I do what I do with estate planning. It really goes back to that. You know, it's honoring the wishes of the person that's creating their estate plan. Yeah. So funny you bring that up, because I just had a client come in and he is a referral. Actually, saw another attorney, and that attorney actually did his family's estate plan, and he kept telling the attorney like he wanted to do meaning leave this to someone else, and the attorney kept questioning him about it, and then telling him there was a different plan or whatever else, and it just became this conversation. He said, "Wait, isn't this about me?"
Yes.
Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, and we know that there's active listening, and then there's just listening to tell them something else, and so active listening is important. Like I always tell our clients and remind them, we're here to work for you, not the other way around. So,
I mean, same thing for Amphy and his estate planning group.
I'll give you another one.
They are, they're there to serve the clients.
Yeah. I'll give you another one, Amphy, you can use. We advise, you decide. We advise, here's all your options on this estate planning tour bus, and you decide. Yep. Do we want to go to wine country? Yeah. Do we want to look at castles? Do we want to look at churches? It's you. You decide how you want this estate planning tour to go. So what you got for us this week?
Yeah, and on that note as well, I always share with them, this process that we have. I go, it's about making like well-informed decisions, right? Yeah. Exactly what you said, Attilio. It's really me sharing, really about, educating our families about what it is, letting them know what their options are, and my responsibility is really to share with them, some things that they may not have considered, or the drawbacks or the unintended consequences. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's really, really going to be about their plan, unless it's something that's very ill-advised, Yeah. So totally agree with you.
Do you take people to a state of mind? I call it the Ed McMahon. Would you like to know what is the Ed McMahon?
I would love to know what Ed McMahon is.
Yeah, so I'm dating myself, and this is like even before me. It's like when I was small kid time. But do you remember Johnny Carson?
Yes.
Yeah, so The Tonight Show. Yeah, The Tonight Show. His sidekick was Ed McMahon. He was also like Publishers Clearinghouse. He's a guy that show up at your doorstep.
With the big check.
If you look through your people, and I don't even know if he's alive still, but if Ed McMahon is there with a big foam check, open that door right away. But don't try and take the foam check to cash at the bank. They're going to think you're a weirdo. Take the real check. But anyway, Ed McMahon, when Johnny Carson he's there to support Johnny Carson, right? He's like, and he kind of, even if the joke is not funny, he's laughing. But he would always say this, like Johnny would say, like, hey, have you thought about giving clear instructions on what you want to happen with your personal effects? And, well, you should, and this is how you should do it in your estate planning. And you know what? And so if Ed McMahon was in your office, you know what he would say? I did not know that. So that's what I mean by taking people to the Ed McMahon moment. You share something with them that they don't know, and they go, I did not know that.
And like maybe they had their own plan or their own idea, and they didn't know that it could have unintended consequences they didn't completely think through. And that's what Amphy is for. Yeah. To explain and give them the Ed McMahon.
Can I call you the Johnny Carson of estate planning?
I have to think about that one. Kind of get back to
Yeah, because when you sit down with him, you're going to feel like you're Ed McMahon. And you're like, I did not know that. And you're going to be saying that quite a bit because he's sharing stuff with you. I know that's been my personal experience with you, Amphy, in doing my estate planning. What about you, Adrian?
Oh, me too, all the time. He's like, I have these ideas, and then he points out, okay, well, this like this, and this could happen if you do that. Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Adrian,
Yes.
say I did not know that in
I
your
did-
deep... No, in a deep voice. Go.
I did not know that.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
But what else you got for us, Amphy?
And then it always comes back to circle. It circles back to then now what do you want after that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, tell me more
After
about what you
do
guys
the,
want.
I did not know that moment. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, now what do you want?
Yeah.
So,
I think
It sounds like Amphy, though, the example that you gave is that, you were serving the client at like being like serving them instead of, trying to push them in a way that, for whatever reason was, in alignment with some other paperwork.
I can imagine if you're sitting down, let's say you're sitting down with, Uncle Kimo and Hilo, and he's like, okay, Amphy, I want to leave most of my wealth to the cookie frogs. And you're not going to be like, what? Are you mental? You're going to leave most of your wealth to the cookie frogs? You know how annoying those frogs are? We're trying to eradicate them, and you're leaving more money to them? No, you're not going to say that. You're going to say, tell me more about that, Uncle. Uncle Kimo, tell me more about
Definitely.
these cookie frogs.
yes.
Yeah, you're going to be a good listener.
Right.
So,
Yes.
anyway,
Definitely.
what else?
So, and like the thing with when you talk about like the unintended consequences, where people think it's a good idea, but it's really not.
Yeah.
So I'll share with you, right? Many estate plans will address incapacity. From what I've reviewed so far, you'll be lucky to find a plan that has more than one paragraph defining what that means. So
Yeah.
incapacity means you're not able to make decisions either because of an accident, a disability, a stroke, a mental cognition, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're not able to make decisions. So, and again, lucky you find one paragraph. Sometimes people kind of think it's a great idea to put like multiple. So I had one where it said 3 doctors in the place where the individual lived
Yes.
would make that determination. And I go, at that time, that person probably thought it was such a solid plan, right? To have 3 doctors decide whether or not somebody else is going to make decisions for you.
Yes.
Okay? The unintended consequences is this. The reality of it is you are lucky to find one physician, let alone 3 physicians, that's willing to sign off on this declaration.
Yeah.
And now the family gets stuck. Okay, and it becomes such a big, big mess with regards to having the family being able to access accounts and whatever else to support that individual not incapacitated.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sounds good, right? What did you want 3 doctors to decide of all people, the professionals?
Yeah.
And I go, yep, there's probably a better way.
I have a recording of this exact situation, and it happened at Waianae Comprehensive. You ready to hear it?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, Uncle, he's getting ready for go. Okay, we got those 3 doctors over here, and they get this form that says Makadai dead. Who gonna sign him? You gonna sign him? No, I'm not gonna sign him. You sign him. No, you sign him first, then I sign him. Oh, I don't know. Hey, I feel kind of bad. I don't like pull a plug on this guy because, a good-looking guy. He still get his hair. Maybe he can make it. No, I mean, and I'm just joking with that recording, but it's just, it's a funny scenario that I just played for you. But the reality is you're right. We are in such a litigious society that doctors are like, I'm not going to be the one to sign off on that one to take this person off the machine. And I remember having this conversation with you, and you said, Attilio, it's going to be better that your family make this decision, but who is more all in? And you think, like, what a burden to put upon them. But if they truly love you and want to support you, it's not like, oh, I'm going to support you, except when you get at the end. I can talk to the hand. No, you're going to be supporting them all the way. And for me, like, if that decision was upon me and, like, say my siblings from my dad, I would want that decision to be made within our family, not with a doctor that's more concerned with
liability,
malpractice lawsuit or liability than the emotional connection we have with my loved one. And I think it's a great responsibility. So I think your advice is like
spot on.
It's spot on, and probably from experience, you're like, oh, that doesn't work out too well with the doctor thingy. We should do the loved ones, right?
Yes, definitely, for sure.
All righty.
Well, Amphy, thank you for calling in with your reminders and your tip of the week. It's always a pleasure to hear from you.
Yeah, thanks, Amphy.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Attilio. Aloha.
Aloha. So that's Amphy with the Estate Planning Group. He is an expert we trust.
Yeah.
You can find him and all his contact info on the resource tab under the experts we trust.
I know you have a deal of the week there, but what were we talking about in the beginning?
The bookend questions.
Oh, yeah, the bookend questions. So in real estate,
we
here
talked
you go.
about the first one.
All right. So
what are you hoping to achieve with our time together? Today,
and
what's most important to you that
now,
we'll cover?
It's very important to tell them that you're going to be covering something because they're like, what are you, some kind of knucklehead? I'm here. You're supposed to tell me what to do. You're the professional. No, it's just the beginning of the consultation to make sure that you are emphasizing things and spending a little bit more time on things that are important to them and not being the typical realtor that's just blabbing on.
And having your own agenda.
Yeah. It's not about us, it's about them. The last question that we ask is, Adrian, would you bet your life on it that you know it verbatim?
No.
Try anyway. Do them anyway.
Okay, so is there anything more that we need to cover in order to make you feel comfortable in having us help you with your home selling or home buying experience?
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Good job. You did it. You did it. You're like the strong man that hit the thing and it went all the way up to the bell. So, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, one thing before we wrap it up here, is there anything else that we need to cover with you for you to feel comfortable with having us help you with the home selling process?
Or home buying process.
Yeah, or home buying process. Whatever it is, or your estate planning, or your this, or your that, whatever. Fill in the blank. Now, if they say no, then what?
Well, then it's time to do some paperwork and get started.
Let's get to work.
But if they say
yes,
then we go over those concerns.
Yes, you excise the wound and you say, well, what is it? Well, I'm just not really comfortable with what I think the market will bear for my property, and I need to go over that. Great. You know what? Let's circle back and take a look at the values and see what we
deeper.
Missed. What else? Well, I hate open houses. I hate them with a passion. I don't even have like any kind of get-togethers at my house. I'm like a hermit. I don't like people coming to my house. And the kids, they're selling the Portuguese sausage on the front door. I like turn off the lights and hide. And then I just put out this big, massive barrel of candy during Halloween because I don't want to be bothered. Okay, great. Let's circle back to that.
We have a solution.
Other than this and other than that, is there anything else? And then you circle back to it and you cover it. And then you ask the question again, which is, after you covered whatever they brought up, because they said yes, you cover it, and you cover it.
Is there anything else that we need to cover in order for you to feel comfortable having us help you sell or buy a home?
Wouldn't you want to, after a consultation with a professional, wouldn't you want to feel comfortable and feel that you've been helped?
Yes. Of course.
All right. So do we have a deal of the week, or what do you want to do?
We have a deal of the week, and we have some open houses. So this deal of the week is in Eva Beach. All right, it's listed at $1,015,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1660
we got to start them off.
Okay.
Deal of the week.
Eva
Beach, 91756 Oneulu Place. Go.
Listed at $1,015,000.
Wow.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1660 square foot.
The thing is super cool because you walk about maybe 1 block, 2 block, and you're at the beach.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Very close to the beach.
Brand new kitchen with modern appliances.
Updated bathrooms, fresh paint inside and out.
New flooring, roof, water heater, and split AC units in every room.
There's a spacious yard for entertaining, gardening, or relaxing.
Island breeze. Who says island breeze? It sounds like a drink at happy hour. Quiet cul-de-sac with direct beach access walkway. We talked about that.
Lots of parking for guests, beach gear, and toys. There's also the first open house is Sunday, September 7th from 2 to 5.
Why do we say first open house? What's important about that?
Well, and we talk about this with our clients, that really that first open house is not really open house. It's like a grand open.
It's like an event.
It's an event. It's our first exposure to the market. So usually we do not allow any kind of private showings or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everybody is just filtered to that first showing, that grand open. And
well, hold on a second.
Yes.
We say we don't allow any showings until their first grand open. And so I have a
pushing everyone to Sunday.
I have a Spock mind meld on the seller's shoulder in their brain right now, and I'm reading their mind. What do you mean? If somebody see my house, don't you want to show it to them so I can get them offer? That would be if Mike Tyson was the guy we was working with. That's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but
what if Mike Tyson?
But it's like a buzz, right? And everyone's there, and like there's a lot of people, and then there's that FOMO, and then everyone sees everyone, the neighbors, the professional open house lookers, and then the serious buyers. They're all there.
But I'm Mike Tyson, and I want them to come see the house now. I don't want them to wait till the open house.
Well,
No, we say this even if it's Mike Tyson and he's about to.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, no,
we don't have
because
them wait too long. It's just a couple of days. We just
There's
want
a
everyone-
psychology.
Yes.
There's 3 types of people that go to open house. You got the nosy neighbors you never invite over
Mm-hmm.
ever in Eva Beach. And then there's the professional open house lookers. They just
Yes.
go every day after church. Let's go do open houses.
Then you got
Okay,
the
let's go
serious,
look.
then the serious buyers.
And the serious buyers. Here's the thing. The serious buyer doesn't know what.
They don't know who everyone
They don't
else
know
is.
who's who. They just say, "Oh wow, there's a bunch of
Yes.
people in there." They go. Then we see them. We were inside the house. We look into the curtain. They run to the car. They go grab their realtor, put them in a headlock, and say, "You see all those people in the house? We got to write an offer." That's why we tell Mike Tyson, "Yeah, Mike Tyson, you got to have him come to the open house because you're gonna get better results."
And then after that, of course,
Yeah.
private showings is
Yeah.
opened up.
Yep.
Like go and show.
What's the next one?
All right, so we're going to go through. We've got a few open houses and then we're going to take a break. So we have open house Saturday, September 6th, 2 to 5 over on Manoa Road.
Yep.
This is our 4-unit property, 2 studios and 2 one-bedroom apartments. It's listed for $1,399.
This one is Mauka from the freeway, and then right across the street from Puno.
We got a couple offers that we're working with right
Yeah.
now, but you still got time. Each
Yeah.
unit has a private entrance and separate electric meters.
Prime Manoa Valley location near UH and Manoa Falls.
Excellent rental potential and natural beauty.
Yeah.
All right. And then on Sunday, we already talked about that one. So let's go over Sunday,
right.
September 7th from 2 to 5. We've got
All right, 95312 Kahiki Nui Court, Unit 213. This is in Mililani. Price is $703.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1,500 square foot condo.
And this is a beautiful bamboo kitchen cabinets.
Backyard opens to a nearby park.
Close to Iolani School's Rec Center and the Town Center.
It's ideal for families or military that's PCSing.
PCSing in.
All right. Now we've got 3 more open houses.
All right, strap in, put your seatbelts on, keep all hands and feet inside the bus at all times. Here we go for our open house tour. So this one is in Eva Beach, 911001 Keaunui Drive, Unit 111111. No, it's just 3 ones.
775, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, a little under 1,400 square foot
This is a house. Brand new
Yes.
appliances throughout.
Extra privacy, no neighbor on one side.
Convenient guest parking right next door.
Iolani Tides, community near shops and dining. Oh, it's a short sale too.
Yeah. So it's a short sale. That means you need to be under the height of 5 feet to submit an offer on this. Nope, that's not what it means. It's just what's owed on the property is more than what the market will bear. So good news is we're experts in short sales. We've probably completed over 350 of these plus since 2006 when we first started doing these. And so we got really good at it. So have no fear. Team Lally is here to get your short sale done.
All right. And then we've got one in Honolulu on Lakini Street.
Honolulu.
Unit 518. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath condo, 1,500 square feet, listed at $585,000.
Check this out. Motivated seller. First 6 months of the HOA, the HOA, they're going to pay that for you.
Bright open interiors with floor to ceiling windows.
Stunning park and city views from 3 sides.
Spacious 3 bedroom layout, ready for your upgrades.
Convenient Salt Lake location near schools, shopping, and dining.
Okay, and this is the last one, and then we're going to take a break.
Promise?
The last
All right.
one. All right, 87126
Bagay is in Waianae.
Yeah.
West side is the best side.
Kulapa Place in Waianae, up 675.
4 bedroom, 3 bath, 1,300 square feet. This is a house.
Yep, no maintenance fee. This is in Sea Country community on a quiet cul-de-sac.
This is another short sale opportunity sold as is, and it's right next to the Pink Bunka for the hike.
27 owned PV panels and 2 backup batteries for energy savings.
And power security close to Makaha Beach, Yokohama Bay, and Kaena Point.
Perfect for first-time buyers or investors.
Looking to add value. Again, that's in Waianae.
All right, so we are. Ooh, that was a lot of open houses.
I have to do like breathing exercise. I should have like
breathe.
oxygen so we can
Yes.
get through all our open houses.
All right,
What else you got?
We're going to take a break, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Jodie Tanga of Pacific Rim Mortgage, our go-to mortgage genius. She'll break down what's really happening in the market right now and how it could affect your buying power.
So stay with us.
Come, my nigga, come. How would you touch up your home if you had an extra $10,000? Would you paint, fix the lawn, make small repairs? All of the above will increase the value of your home if you're planning on selling. That's exactly why my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu, offered a 10K program. Carr didn't hesitate to take advantage of this advance to fix up his Makakilo investment property. And good thing, the repairs he made with the extra money put the home in escrow just 2 weeks later. Team Lally uses programs like the Team Lally 10K to guarantee your home sells at the price and a deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. They also know that life happens, so if needed, they'll let you out of the contract at any time. So when you need to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama, trust Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally to do the job for you. Call 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. Visit teamlally.com. Spelled Lally, Lally.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Honolulu, the agents I trust are Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. They can give you a guarantee to sell your home, flexible fees, or up to $10,000 in cash to help with repairs. Get the option that's right for you. Go to teamlally.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here with the only real estate team in your market that I recommend, Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now, thanks for joining me today. And what do you tell someone that wants to rent a home instead of selling it?
That's a fabulous idea, Sean. And here's why. 90% of the wealth in this country was built through real estate. When we sit down with our clients, we are always asking what most realtors don't ask. Have you thought about keeping your home and renting it out?
That's right, Adrian. We have an expert we trust who has hundreds of five-star reviews and works with over 1,000+ property owners to protect their Hawaii real estate. They do no sales, only one thing, property management.
All right, thanks for keeping us up to date. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
You know, I think...
Welcome back, and thanks for listening.
I think that's the song we play when offers come in. Give it to me, I'm worth it.
And thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. I'm Adrian.
And I'm still Attilio.
And if you have any questions, give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody. Our guest today is a trusted mortgage banker, broker, and loan officer with deep expertise in Hawaii's real estate market. Raised in Kailua and a proud graduate of Iolani School. Ooh, that's one big bus ride. She went on to earn both her undergraduate and graduate degrees in financial economics at the University of San Francisco. Ooh, even longer bus ride.
After gaining valuable banking experience on the mainland, she returned home to Hawaii and founded Pacific Rim Mortgage, where her innovative client-first approach has set a new standard in the industry. Please welcome back our mortgage genius and one of the experts we trust, Jodie Tanga.
Jodie Tanga. I think you should we should introduce you like on a video. You coming in slow motion, you're wearing like sunglasses, there's a fog machine, like some theme music.
That's what I want. What I want. We need to do that.
Let's get ready to rumble. It's the Mortgage Genius. That's a good wrestling name, Mortgage Genius.
Yes.
I think you can pull it off. Hey, you know, the other thing
she's wrestling with these higher interest rates on like getting them down.
Yeah.
She's got all these strategies to, get them
she's like
pushing them way down.
She's like, looking at those terms, body slam, atomic body slam. We need a better deal for our clients. So Jodie, one other thing. You played soccer in college, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I did.
What position?
I played center half.
Okay. So you were the distributor. Like you get the ball, distribute it.
Yep. I was, the quarterback of the team.
Yeah, sure. Now you're the quarterback of your mortgage team. So anyway, I just like analogies and I like soccer, so that's why I brought that up. I don't know if it, anyway, what you got for us this week? And we have?
I mean, we are currently seeing improved interest rates. Mm-hmm. We're probably, today's rates are probably around a 20-month low.
Yeah.
So it's as low as it's been for the past 20 months. And, they're really good right now, relatively speaking.
Yeah. And you know what? You call in so many times that I was doing in the quick call-in kind questions. I need to switch gears. You're the guest. Tell us, we know your history from the intro. Mm-hmm. Why did you get into mortgage? Why did you become a mortgage broker?
So, really cool story.
Yeah.
I was coming home for a visit, and on a plane ride, pretty much met a guy that was flying a whole bunch of his staff and top producers to Hawaii. And I was like, what do you do that you can afford to fly all these people to Hawaii for like a 10-day vacation, all expenses paid, and he was like, well, I own a mortgage company. And so that was the first seed that got planted where I was like, wow, that is impressive.
It's always about like those little things that can alter the course of your life. Because in my head, I was thinking like, what if he said I'm a crack dealer?
Yeah.
Then you'd be the crack genius.
Thank goodness he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He was the mortgage company owner.
Yeah, no, he was the mortgage. He was in mortgage. And then here you go. And then you're like, hey, you know what? I should go do that. And you've been what has been the key? Because you're doing it at a high level. You get plenty of mortgage brokers, but nobody does it at a high level like Jodie and her team. How do you guys do it at such a high level? Like volume and all of that and happy customers.
I think the biggest difference between us and all other mortgage brokers and loan officers and mortgage bankers, like it just doesn't really matter how you're doing mortgages.
Yeah.
But the biggest difference is that I have a team. And it's very similar to, the Keller Williams model. It's very similar to the Team Lally model in that I actually have a team of 9 people that all have one common goal, which is servicing our buyers and our past customers at a high level.
Yeah.
And it's hard to understand the difference because sometimes I talk to first-time homebuyers and investors alike, and they're like, okay, wow, so you have a team. Like that, like how does that help me? Mm-hmm. You know?
Yes.
And the reason it helps everyone is because when I'm doing things like this, or when I'm in a signing, or when I'm on a 45-minute Zoom consult, or when I'm doing whatever it is that I do on a regular basis, there's still a whole bunch of things that need to occur. There might be another realtor that finally took their buyer on a listing, to go see a property, and they're after the 11th showing, they're finally like, wow, I do love this one. I do want to submit an offer, and so now they need the pre-approval letter. And if I'm doing this and they call me, I'm not going to answer. And then they're like emailing me and saying they need the pre-approval letter. And, I don't know, it could take 1 hour, it could take 2 hours before I get back to them, right?
Yeah.
But the way that my team is set up is that as all of these needs are happening where, the hundreds of buyers that we work with are in different phases of the process at any given time. It's like, oh, I talked to my auntie and now I have a question about this. Like, what's I wanted to pick your brain about points or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I have Casey, I have Derek, I have Kat and Jeannie that are all able to answer the questions and meet the customer's needs in real time. And that is a huge differentiating factor.
Wait a minute.
So you guys are like interchangeable as far as like if Jodie's doing the radio show and there's a burning question, any one of them have been trained on how to strategize on these questions.
Just clarifying, those are people on your team. Those aren't cats.
No.
Those aren't cats. No, those are not cats. Those are team members.
Because they'll be like,
They're real people. They're
I'm telling you,
humans.
there's going to be a mortgage broker. They got like 5 cats at the office and like, me and my team. There's Fluffy.
Right.
There's Snooky. And I'm like, what? What kind of team members is that? So make sure it's not cats.
But Jodie does have a dog that goes to the office with her.
No, there's
Lola.
2 dogs.
Lola goes to the office.
What's Derek's dog? What's Derek's dog's name?
Hoda and Haru. And then Jeannie's dog, what is Daisy?
Daisy.
Is Jeannie's dog's name. Yes.
Do you guys, so we have Lola's sister.
Roxy.
She's a superstar. You know what? Is it Bo?
Yeah, we have some of our animals on our website
You guys
as
should do
team
the
members.
same.
Do you guys have yours on your website as Meet
I don't
the
know.
Team?
You guys are regulated more, so you'd be like, you can't be putting Lola on the Meet the Team page. It's not, whatever. Because you guys are more regulated than us.
We are, and it did take a couple years before I got the green light to call myself a mortgage genius.
Oh, wow.
Which was, it's a funny memory hook. It's like a marketing, tagline, and it was funny because one of our compliance guys was like, you can't call yourself the mortgage genius. And I was like, yes, I can. I want to call myself the mortgage genius. And he was like,
okay. And I would have been like, then I said, well, how about not the mortgage moron?
Yeah. How about that?
So how did you get around it, Jodie? Did you just keep at it and
you were persistent?
Kept asking, or did you legally change your middle name?
Did you use Jedi mind tricks?
So I think we were talking about Apple geniuses.
Yeah.
You know how they're called Apple geniuses when you go meet? Yeah.
Yes.
And basically I just got him to understand that it was more of a memory hook, and that there's no test or anything that you take to certify you as a mortgage genius.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And then he kind of did some research on it, and he was like, okay, I guess I can buy into it. So then that's when I added it to my actual title on my signature line.
I think you should have gone into professional wrestling on the side and had that as your moniker and say, oh, no, that's just my wrestling name.
Is it on your business cards also, Jodie?
It is.
Good. Yes, it's everywhere.
The mortgage genius. Just that alone is you got to be pretty confident to call yourself blank genius. Mm-hmm. But, it just depends on the context. If people are like, oh, way to go, genius. You don't want to be that genius, right? Way to go, genius.
She's the other genius where she's like, yes,
the mortgage
thank
genius.
you. Thank you to the mortgage genius. You saved me thousands of dollars.
Do you have a lot of people that sound like Ahmed Man in your consultation that are saying stuff like, I did not know that?
I think there's the way that I know when I'm going to really get along with one of our buyers is when they're like, by the way, love the title.
Yes.
Then I'm like, oh, okay, I already can tell I like you because you get it,
I'm going to give you my Denzel Washington impersonation. Okay. Let me ask you something. When you're ordering coffee at Starbucks, do you give Mortgage Genius as a name? I think you should do it. I think you should do it.
Yes.
And I want to be there and I want to videotape it. I literally, I love those places where they got to call out your name because I always do Incredible Hulk. And I know when my order comes up because they're looking at the name, they're looking up, they're looking at the name. I said, yeah, I know it's Incredible Hulk. I know, right?
But you're not green though.
this is what I tell them. I said, I'm not picking up the food till you yell it out loud. And they just start laughing. How about the guy in the back? I want to hear him yell it too. Incredible Hulk! Your ramen is ready.
Oh my God.
I do it. I do Spider-Man. We were at the Shake Shack in Vegas?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I did Incredible Hulk.
Yes, you did.
And then I came out and said Incredible Hulk, and I was like, thank you for the burger. They're just laughing because it's fast food. That work sucks. They want to have fun.
Okay, so we got the
go ahead.
mortgage genius. We got why did she get into the industry? I'd like to hear.
I want to see a TikTok video at the Starbucks with them calling out Mortgage Genius, your triple latte.
So you have your homework, Jodie.
Yeah.
You got your homework.
I want to see that.
I want to hear some recent success stories, like an example of, something that you were able to use your genius skills to figure out and, help someone either get a better rate or, maybe they were turned down by the bank.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, like we can go this route. So do you have some examples of some recent stories that you can share with our listeners? Stories of hope.
Well, we have one recent one that's really simple, yet so powerful, which is he really fell in love with this one house, and he had to have it,
Yeah.
So the first lender he was talking to was like, you just can't qualify for it. Like, there's nothing we can do to qualify for it,
Yeah.
And then the seller's agent actually recommended, like, why don't you try Jodie? Like, she's who I refer a lot of my buyers to, and maybe she can at least give a second opinion, So, long story short, just because of my platform and the way that we do loans, my rate was lower.
Wow.
And so, that already helped because now we're working with a lower monthly payment, which decreases his overall debt-to-income ratio. And then after seeing how close we were to being able to qualify for it, I was like, well, what if, and it was so counterintuitive because I said, what if we offer $25K more, and he's like, wait a minute, you're telling me I don't qualify, and now you're telling me to qualify for to offer $25K more. I'm like, okay, hear me out. So then we offered $25K over. We got a $25K seller credit. We used that money to pay off one of his auto loans because he had more than one auto loan, and that monthly auto loan payment was like $659 a month.
Yeah.
So in doing that, we were able to pay that and omit that liability, which means we did not have to factor it into the debt-to-income ratio. And even with the $25K higher, we used the extra money to get an even lower rate than I was already lower, but now we went even like 2 tiers lower. And the long story short is he ended up paying less, paying off debt, and qualifying for the house.
And having a lower payment overall.
Yeah, and Jodie,
lower payment overall.
When this information was shared with him, we have a recording. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Jodie. My name is Ikaika, and when you got me all this help, I was like, even though I went heavy keeper operator with the Union Local 5592, and we're supposed to be rough and tough and stuff like that, but you're helping me with home ownership, and I thank you so much. You're so tiny. I feel like I can carry you in one hand and take you home with your little dog.
Jodie is a tiny lady, but on the radio, you sound like you're 7.5 feet tall. But good things come in small packages.
And then with this example, I just want to point out to our listeners, it was clearly a VA loan, right?
Yeah.
Because it's only the VA loan allows you to pay off consumer debt. Is that the only loan product that allows that, Jodie? Or others?
Actually, government loans. So
government loans.
USDA, FHA.
Ooh.
Okay, so that could be another strategy where maybe they're conventional. So someone that has a similar situation, they could move to a government loan and then pay off some extra debt if they got some big seller credits.
You think about it too, because when people are not in homes paying the mortgage payment, they're spending money on a whole bunch of dumb stuff and get the Amazon Prime and they're like, all these boxes, and next thing you know, I'm $20,000 on my credit card and I have all these boxes from Amazon. That I think that's super helpful because it's kind of like a reset, right? They don't have all these bills and they can just focus on the mortgage. Because I don't know about you, but Jeff Bezos isn't going to give you one HELOC down the road when you got to send your kids to college.
The other thing too, usually like credit card loans and
car loans,
like they're typically much higher than the 5-6% interest rate that we have on the home loans.
I've seen industry stats. The average it's in the almost like mid 20%. Like it's high. It's like crazy how much the credit card industry is making. on that.
But that's an
short-term
excellent
personal
strategy
debt.
and a great example of thinking outside the box, Jodie. Like just to make it happen.
And you people, when Jodie does this for you, do not go rack up the personal debt again.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop it. All right.
All right, so Jodie, we've got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes left. Is there anything more on that story or any other stories you can share with our listeners?
You're the mortgage genius. Can you give us another nugget?
There's so many stories. I have one that we just closed, which I love this buyer and this family.
Yeah.
And she basically came to me like a year ago, and she was like, I have to have this house. Like, it's not even for sale, but but it was vacant, right?
Oh, okay.
It's going to come up for sale, but I don't, basically like in Waianae, like a block away from beach access. Ooh. And she and her family go there regularly. So they would drive and see the house and see.
A lot of emotional attachment.
A lot of emotional attachment. How she doesn't even like have any ties to, right?
Yeah.
So she just like, there was something calling to her that was like, this is my house. This has to be family's house.
Yeah.
So we strategized on how we're going to be able to refinance out of a VA loan into a conventional loan. When the time comes, she's able to use the VA and do zero down. And so, it was literally step by step, because first her credit score wasn't high enough to refinance out of the VA loan. So we had to work through that, right? So I had to help her with that. And then she got to where she needed to be. And then we were like, yes, you can do it. So we did step one, and we got her out of the VA loan. And then just recently, maybe like 70 days ago or so, the house went up on the market. Ooh. And so, they submitted an offer, and then it was a low ball. It wasn't a low ball, but it was, the seller was like, that's just a little bit too low. We a bit higher, right? Yeah. But it was the most she could qualify for. Yeah. So then we tweaked around again with seller credit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there was, she also had some money. So I was like, okay, this is what I know you don't necessarily want to do a down payment because you don't have to, right, with the VA. But because we got the money when we did the refi and we took some equity out of your other property, we now have that money. So, and the plan was to keep that money to be able to fix up the house. I know, but if we use it, or we didn't use all of it, but we used like half of it, then you qualify. So long story short, she just got her keys on
nice.
I'm
crying right now.
A house that she was utterly in tears, and she was like, my 3 kids are going to grow up in this house. This is our forever home. And I just knew a year ago that this was going to be my house. She was like, God told me. And I was just like, oh my God, because I've never had someone that's been tracking a house that, it's not like it was her grandpa's house. It's like, it was just a house near the beach spot that they always go to as an ohana.
Yeah. That is a nice story. We're coming to the end of the show. I'm telling you, the Harlequin channel, TV channel, they got nothing. That was way more better of a tearjerker than that TV show.
Yes. So Jodie Tanga, the mortgage genius, with just many, many success stories. If any of our listeners have questions and they want to be her next success story, reach out.
Okay. Thanks, Jodie.
Thank you, Jodie. All right, thank you
guys.
Thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jodie, the mortgage genius, and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley of Allstate Insurance.
Benji with, what am I saying, Benji? I got to put my glasses on. Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspection.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson, Fine Line Paintworks.
Amphay Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Rhino, Hawaii Unified.
Janice of Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio with Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
Kyle of Impact Wealth.
Brian with Cleanscape.
Benji of Hawaii Referral Agent.
Danny with DHA Financial. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
We want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez here in the studio and Sheen, our video producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash. Thanks and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.